The Democratic Party will be starting the new year with new leadership. I'm Scripps News correspondent Holly Furfer in Atlanta, and you're watching Morning Rush. And with current chair Jaime Harrison deciding not to seek re-election, the party is slated to elect a new leader for the first time in 4 years. And this comes at a crucial time for Democrats following Vice President Harris's close loss to President-elect Trump in November. And right now, 4 candidates have qualified to run for party chair. Ben Winkler, the chair of the Democratic Party of Wisconsin, Martin O'Malley, Social Security Administrator and former Maryland governor, Ken Martin, the chair of the Democratic Party of Wisconsin, and James Skoufis, state senator from New York. And we are thrilled now to be joined once again by influencer and internet personality Knowa De Baraso to talk about the future of the Democratic Party. Knowa, all right, we have no doubt that you are going to be up for party leadership position one day, but for now, you're using your voice to support a candidate for party chair. So tell us who it is and why you're supporting them.
Yes, ma'am. Hey, Holly, and happy and Merry Christmas. I hope you're doing well. It's pretty early for me, so Merry Christmas Eve on an early morning. Holly, I'm supporting Martin O'Malley, and I'm so proud to say that I'm supporting Martin O'Malley for DNC chair because under his leadership as the Democratic governor chair, we won in record numbers. We won in fundraising. We won in candidates. We won, and that's something we need back in the Democratic Party. Not only that, but Martin O'Malley really knows about some of the stuff we're directly advocating for, like minimum wage increases, protecting reproductive rights. This is stuff he's done as governor of Maryland and stuff that we need the head of our party to do. You can wear all the cheese hats you want and pretend like you do the field organizing work. But when it comes to someone who you need in Washington, D.C. at the DNC HQ, we know that's Martin O'Malley.
And Knowa, thank you for getting up so early for us on this Christmas Eve. All right, let's say Martin wins his bid to lead the party. So what do you think his priority should be on day one? What do you want him to do?
Yeah, what I want from Martin O'Malley is for him to follow up on his promise of a digital department of excellence, making sure that our influencers are right in the Democratic Party, making sure that they're getting the word out there, making sure that people are hearing it. And something Martin O'Malley, when I called him on the phone and said, you have my endorsement, something he told me was that we would have a digital department of excellence, that we would start winning again. And something else I wanted him for him to do is call every local campaign, say we have your back, fund them. Not only fund them, but tell them what they need to be doing. Hey, you need to get on this minimum wage. You need to hop on board. This is something I want to see from Martin O'Malley in the first week of his tenure.
I love that you're already in talks with him. That's great. And, you know, you're mentioning during the campaign, President-elect Trump went on non-traditional media like podcasts to reach younger voters like yourself. Vice President Harris, she went to traditional media to talk to voters. So what do you think it was? What was it a mistake on her part not to spend more time on other platforms? You live in that world. So what's your take on that?
I think Kamala Harris did more than enough to go on podcasts, influencers. You saw so many influencers and content creators. You saw so many podcasts have her on. You saw Call Her Daddy. You had her with me, influencers like myself. You had people all over the political spectrum making content with her and saying, I think I'm going to support this lady. What about you? So this is something that has already happened this election cycle. But Martin O'Malley already said that he's going to be on non-traditional podcasts and TikToks doing the Apple dance and stuff because that stuff really works. And I'm going to be on the campaign trail with him a little bit, and I'm going to make some content with him and stuff. And I'm going to go on traditional podcasts on his behalf and see what the people think.
Yeah, good to know. All right, well, let's talk about the state of the party. Kamala lost in November, and it was tough for many Democrats, and many say younger voters helped tip the scales of that election. So what does the DNC need to do to get young Democrats like yourself involved and excited about politics?
Yeah, we need to get more serious about gun safety. We need to get more serious about climate change. We can't treat these things, even if we do, as if we have 5 to 10 more years left to do something about it. And we also have to have left-wing folks on the ballot to then encourage young folks to vote for those people, which will then encourage those folks to go vote for Kamala Harris or whoever the top of the ticket really is. And what we need to see more of is what Martin O'Malley is proposing, a Department of Digital Excellence. You have folks like Ben Winkler, who is getting the support from young folks. Okay, but why? Is it because just trying to find out why. But Martin O'Malley actually has a plan for a digital department of excellence, which is causing me to be confused as to why more young people aren't supporting him, why more young DNC members aren't pledging their support to him. But we're going to make that case on the campaign trail, of course.
DNC chair candidate Ken Martin hasn't minced words about how crucial the next few years will be for the party of Democrats. Current situation, he says, quote, we're getting our butts kicked right now. So the question I have for you, Knowa, is why? Why have voters changed? Or do you think the party's changed? I know, how old are you, 12? You haven't really...
13.
13, okay. So you've seen a lot. So what is your opinion on that, especially if you're going to be talking with Martin and advising him?
So with Ken Martin, he's saying we're getting our butts kicked. The party, there's something changing with the party. There's nothing changing with the party. We have the same platform we did in 2008, 2012, 2016, 2020. It's all about the voters that are shifting. I'll tell you this. We've seen a massive online right-wing disinformation campaign, Andrew Tate, a bunch of other right-wing folks that are causing more people in America who don't even live in America necessarily to think that way. Dangerous Charlie Kirk, he was extremely crucial in winning this for the Republicans. I'll say this, though. Ken Martin is saying we're getting our butts kicked, but what's he doing about that? Under his leadership as state party chair, Minnesota has trended really right-wing. So I'm really, really confused as to why he's saying we're getting our butts kicked, and he's in power in Minnesota.
One of the things, that's a really good question. And one of the things that you mentioned is gun control, gun safety. And we know that David Hogg is he's running for vice chair. So are you supporting him? And have you talked to him as well?
I haven't talked to David Hogg yet. If he can make his case like Martin O'Malley did, I would love to have a talk with him. I'm not against endorsing him. I just have to get on the phone with him first. My team vetted the candidates of the DNC race, and they said, okay, here's something you wouldn't like from this guy, this guy, this guy. And then we called Martin O'Malley on the phone and said, you have the endorsement. But I've yet to make an endorsement for vice chair, and if I do, you'll be the first to know.
I love that, and I love the fact that you have a team, and I love that you are so involved in politics, and you're such a smart young man, and I hope that we save this interview so that when you become president one day, I could say, I knew him when. Influencer and internet personality Knowa De Baraso, it's always so great to have you here. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Thanks so much for joining us.